It's been a little bit of a time. Hey guys, Joe here. Thanks for checking out another video on the channel. Greatly appreciate it. I'm out at the range again, Middletown Firearms, and yes, we're going to be doing some shooting today. I wanted to come out here because I have a couple of guns I need to test as well as do some videos. First one being this little SIG 938 that belongs to my buddy. He put sights on it and wants me to function test the gun. Cool. The other one is my Rock Island STK 100 because I'm going to be doing some comparisons and talking about why I personally don't like small frame guns, why I carry a full-size gun, 1911, full-size, 17-size firearms, etc. There are lots of bugs out here, so if you see me scratching, you'll know why. I'm out at Middletown Firearms, so check them out on the website. I can't link it, obviously, but middletownfirearms.com. They can hook you up. You can rent time here, steel range, paper range, indoor range. Well, not indoor, but through a garage range. And you can do your shooting wherever you need to. By online appointment only, though. So check that out. You may have noticed the upload schedule has slowed way down. I was working too much. I've stepped back from working as much as I was back to a part-time position so that it will free me up to A, stay mentally sane, B, go to the range more, and C, work on my two other channels that I currently have. I have the tech channel, Jiminy Tech, and I'm going to be doing a third one on cars. When I started this channel, I was working for a car dealership, so half my videos were video games and half of them were cars. While I'm getting back into cars, I picked up an '07 Lexus. You'll see it on the other channel. I'll put links once I get that all up and going. But I want to focus on all three channels and continuing growth. So if you want to see that happen, get subscribed. Maybe check out all three channels. Don't forget to use my Spring Store. I have to order some of my own product. That way I can wear it in the videos. And I'll be putting up a new t-shirt design, hopefully, when you see this video. So let's talk about the guns we're going to be using today. Like I said, first one is a Sig Sauer 938. It's a retired model. This one has a couple upgrades. It's got the Sig Sauer branded laser, and it's got some custom G10 grips that my buddy put on it. I will be checking that out for functionality. He put sights on it, and he's not 100% sure how it works. Second one you've seen on the channel a few times. It's a little worse for wear because when a rep from one of the distributors showed up, I tried to distract him by throwing my gun down range, but you know what? It's actually running good. This is my Rock Island STK 100 9mm. It's the all-metal Glock 17 clone, basically, and it has a threaded Zev barrel in it. The barrel stood up well to being chucked. I'm happy. Also, my suppressor that got damaged is being repaired, so you will be seeing it back, and it will be on this gun again, so we will be doing some more suppressor stuff. For those of you that don't know, I'll make a video on that at some point. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up. I'm using two different types of bullets today. He said bullets, rounds. 115 grain Magtech and 115 grain Cellar and Bellet. They're the two I most commonly use. They're the ones I enjoy, so there you go. So let me get loaded up, put some ears on, and we'll go shooting. So I have a target set up about 10 yards away from me. I'm going to be shooting my buddy's 938 first. He's just got some random ball nose in there, which is fine. I just got to go put a clip up. And of course I forgot my sticky target, so I'm just using a random paper target. But yeah, let's put on some ears because this mag is already loaded and do a little bit of shooting. Now this was a solution for folks that wanted a concealed carry gun but didn't want to buy like a 2C, things like that. They eventually came out with guns like the P365, the Hellcat, and the GX4, but this is amongst the first generation of good concealed carry small subcompact guns. And because it's a small subcompact, it has a giant mag extension on it, so that makes sense. But we are going to go hot. Really love for this chamber around. There we go. And we're going to go hot. Like I said, we're at about 10 yards. I'm going to aim at the bottom of the 6 targets and see where it goes. 5 rounds. Here we go. That was a flinch. Safety on. No primer strike. Now my buddy thought he saw a spring come out, and he may have been right. So here we go again. Same thing, no primer strike. Okay, testing over. This gun does not fire. It's missing part of the firing pin assembly, so we will put those back in the mag, and he is going to have to find the spring he's missing. I'm pretty sure the spring he's missing is actually for forcing the firing spring forward. After it fires, the spring puts tension behind it. It's kind of like the way a striker works. And since it's missing, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, yeah? No. As for why I've been taking time off, I'm on some new medications for my nerves, blood pressure, shit like that. And I'm waiting for all that to get like fully into my system, but it's been causing me to be, what's the word? A prick. So I'm calming myself down, taking less time at work, things like that. I only have one mag today. I gotta go look in the trunk of my car. I think I got an 830 rounder in there. Yeah, I do. We'll see what happens. That's a good demonstration of my nerve damage. I can't even pick up rounds. There we go. Get yourself an Uplula. If you don't have one of these, I'm not sponsored by them, but if Uplula wants to send me some Uplulas, I'll maybe give them away. But best $25 to $30 you can spend, because these help guys like me who have massive nerve damage to be able to load your mag. So we're going to go ahead and send these and see how this Zev barrel is holding up. This barrel was like 200 something bucks, and it's threaded for my suppressor, and it's currently in a STK 100, which is a 3rd gen all aluminum Glock 17 clone. All right, let's see if it's still as accurate as it can be. It's also partially me. The main reason why I'm probably not keeping this gun though in the long run is because it does not have a good optic system. It's cut for doctors and Noble, and I don't want to try to find the optic. Feels like a Glock 3 trigger. As you can see, it's curved just like one. Doesn't kick very much because it is a pretty heavy gun. I haven't shot in probably a week and a half, so if you're seeing me allowing the gun to move, that's me, not the gun. And I am shooting high into the left right now, so I need to bring that down. Failure to eject, but that could be me. I might have stopped it. Actually, this was the same problem I had with one of my other Rock Islands. The extractor is pulling free from there, but again, that could be a problem with maybe mag interference. The round wasn't stuck, it came out with just my fingertips. But it could be a problem with the mag feeding at the wrong angle and causing a jam underneath, and then the extractor just pulling away. I still think it could be a problem with the spring though. That time it fired it all. Let's go down and take a look. So let's take a look. First 17 rounds, as you can see, one major flyer. That's always me. I always do that. That's a staple. That's not a flyer. And then started up here on the high and left side. And then I don't know what the hell those two were. I think those were part of that group. And then the last few you heard me fire were right there. I need to get a 2-camera setup going again so that you can actually see me putting those shots on paper. But 10 yards, a gun I've only shot a handful of times, and honestly, I've never actually tried to aim while shooting it. Not bad. I'm gonna go see if I have a spare mag in my car. I ain't got it. Cookie. Back to our regularly scheduled shoot 'em ups. Didn't find the extra mag. I sold my truck to get out from under a very large car payment, and I took everything out. However, I think a lot of it went into my office. My office. It's not an office, mate. This is an office. Alright, reloaded the mag. Let's go for another whatever round, 17, says 17, looks like 17, so we're gonna go with 17. I do like the overall feel of the gun. I wish the rear sight was adjustable since you can't take it off of the gun. And again, Doctors, Nobles, I think some Crimson Trace optics run the Doctors footprint, but I got too many guns to care about that, and I wanted this just as a suppressor host. That's why I was going to have the optic on it, but I don't know. We'll see. Anybody know of anybody that makes a plate for that? Leave it in the comments. But like I said, overall trigger feels like a Gen 3, probably 6 pounds. The reset is okay. The overall weight definitely helps because this gun's about 9 ounces heavier than a standard one. But after that, it's all pretty much as normal there. We're going to shoot a little bit more on the target, and then we'll back up and I'll shoot some steel. I don't know how well it comes out on video, but you can see that I flinch, or not flinch, but I move around a lot. That's my nerve damage. My left arm is completely asleep right now. And that does affect my accuracy. Which is why I'm creating a t-shirt that says accuracy by volume. Coming soon to my spring store. That was me. Ran all 17 that time. Let's see what he's young. Yeah. So second set, a little bit tighter. First set, a little bit wider. So I did tighten it up a bit. Third set, I'll try to tighten it up even more. And then we'll plank on some steel. What do you say? So a lot of people don't realize how good a deal the STK actually is. Nerves. Because it is a Gen 3 Glock clone, which means it does take the vast majority of Gen 3 Glock upgrades, including trigger groups, transfer bars, guide rods, springs. Obviously, the barrel can be changed out, and a lot of the other features from Gen 3 stuff. The downside does not have removable grip panels, and I don't like the grip panels that they cut into it. If I were to be like extremely bored, I could have them milled completely flat and then put in set screws and run 1911 grips, a la the 1911X that I was going to build but stopped. Or, and this is always another option, I could just learn to live with it. Because when the guns came out, they were originally like $549 or something like that, $550, something like that from Rock Island. Over time, they've dropped to now they're under $400. And $400 for a all-metal 9mm double stack Glock clone is pretty good. Shadow Systems guns are, you know, upwards of $1,000, although they now have the entry-level guns, which will be around $600. And then you have like the Platypus, which uses Glock mags, but that can be an $1,800 gun. So pick and choose wisely. The full ergos, again, I like it. It's Gen 3, so it's not ambidextrous. However, it does have a extended slide lock. This is the one that you could buy directly from Glock. I think that's probably what they did. It has a front white dot system with blacked out rear. Totally fine with that. Has lightning cuts in it as well as design flare, which I like. Front slide serrations, because this is a Gen 3 clone, it doesn't have to use the Glock rail. This is an actual pick rail for lights, lasers, bazookas, and it has angled rear cuts. Has an integrated beaver tail, which does allow you to jump up higher on the gun. Metal trigger guard that does have an angle to it. I don't mind it. And then a standard Gen 3 mag release. Let's do a little lefty shooting. And just like a Glock, the extractor actually functions as a loaded chamber indicator. There's a 3-foot by 2-foot steel plate up there. I'm just going to shoot at that. And I might move to a couple of these target plates at 10 yards. Now let's see if it has any accuracy. I think this is a mag issue because there's no extractor mark on that actually. And again, the round just falls right out. Got 6 rounds left, let's keep going. Oh, there we go. It's getting very dirty. Could be the problem, not 100% sure. Same failure. Went into battery that time. Could be me limp wristing. I don't normally shoot left anymore. Due to my massive nerve damage, I don't shoot left as much as I used to. But yeah, I was definitely pulling them way down. Prime example of striker fire trigger anticipation. Shooting left-handed, I pulled them all down into the right because I was shooting left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those were okay, but these are way out of the zone. So, oops. Another thing I'm not taking into account is the fact that these are KCI mags. They say STK on them, but they're actually produced by KCI, which is the Korean Glock clone manufacturer. It's my word. Can't have it. But that could be an issue as to why it's misfeeding or not extracting correctly. I will have to slow down the video and see if it's trying to chamber while picking up. You know what I mean? It's trying to pull it back and then trying to feed before it actually grabbed the round. Who knows? We'll see. But I have 3 plates in front of me. I'm just going to alternate between them. Just see how it does with moving from left to right, right to left kind of a thing. And with this rudimentary front sight, whether or not it's accurate at any sort of speed. Nope. Again, I have not cleaned this since the last time I fired it. Is that the problem? I don't know, but I'm noticing these bullets are moved forward. So if they aren't seating all the way back in the gun or in the mag, they might be misfeeding. Who knows? Fires at speed, fine. I am noticing more rounds on the table when I go fast, so the ejection pattern might not be as good. So I'm going to turn you, and I'm going to go for the Texas Star. We'll see how many rounds it takes. You can just see the Texas Star back there. We'll see how many rounds it takes. From where I'm standing, it's completely visible, even though that one plate rack is in the way, or the one rack plate, you know what I mean. There it goes. Always start from the top. Learning something new at 15 yards. It's got a 12 o'clock hold. Put the last rounds I got in the mag and then we'll finish up this video. What do you say? And of course, at this point in the video, I will tell you that this video is not sponsored by anybody. This is my money paying for my ammunition. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and maybe you'll consider becoming members, subscribing to the channel, telling all your friends, and helping me afford to come out here at least once a week to make these videos. So super thanks help. Anything you want to do will help. Maybe I'll do another live stream this weekend. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about that, where we just talk for a couple hours. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish off this box. And it'll be 100 rounds through here. Actually 103 because I shot a few rounds out of the SIG's mag as well. There we go. All right, let's see if it jams again. Is it the mags? Is it the gun? Won't know until we use some Glock mags in it. We'll find out. So that's it. 100 rounds through the STK 100. Shoots well. Some failures, which does make me question what's going on. If those failures are the gun's not trustworthy. If those failures are the mag, you can correct that by changing the mags. I still prefer to carry my 1911s. I still got to do a range video with the Springfield. Again, make sure you come back for all of that. I'm going to clean up the range now because that's the rules here. You clean up your brass. And then I'm going to get out of here and go have some lunch and work on editing this video. So there you go.